major breaking news out of Union Square right now. An unruly crowd forming there at a giveaway organized by a YouTuber.
Yeah, our McGee Hickey is live on the scene. She's joining us by phone. McGee, what are you seeing?
Well, I'm here on the southern end of Union Square, right at 14th Street and 4th Avenue, and I'm trying to stay away from what many people describe as such a dangerous situation, a stampede involving thousands of young people, because the popular Twitch streamer Kai Cenat was giving, there was a video game giveaway here. I'm standing with a family, Milda Cruz and her two children, aged 17 and 14. Milda brought them here because they're big fans of Kai Cenat, and they wanted to get to see what the giveaway was, and they ran. They literally ran for their lives. There are still thousands of people here on the southern end of 14th Street and Union Square. Police are trying to calm the crowd. I'm going to put Mom Milda on right now to describe what she saw in the middle of it all.
Hello? Yes. So we saw uttermost chaos, bottles being thrown, crutches, garbage cans, food. The stores are absolutely shut down. The subway is shut down.
Wow.
We had to run for our lives due to a stampede. Getting caught with thousands of people running towards you was really scary, making sure I had my children. I never thought I would, have them in this type of environment like that and think it was going to come out like that. But yeah, definitely very scary.
Thank you so much, Milda Cruz. I'm also here with AJ Pedraza, who's 18 years old, and his father just texted him saying, stay away from Union Square. It's a very dangerous place right now, but he's already here, and AJ is going to describe what he saw at this video game giveaway.
So I saw a lot of throwing bottles, crutches, brooms. They even took away chairs from the area, and they started throwing that too. They broke lamps here, and they're getting on top of the Union Square pillar area. It's just crazy. So yeah.
Hello?
McGee, are you there?
Hi, it's McGee back.
Hey, McGee.
Yes.
Hey, let me ask you something. So we're looking at some of this video from Citizen App where we're seeing the smoke or what's going on out there. I don't know how close you are to things. Can you describe what you're seeing at this point? And I don't know how long ago this was or where you're able to get to.
Right. Well, we're about, just maybe 50 feet away from where there are thousands still in the southern end of the park. But we're in an area where families have, as you heard from Milda Cruz, where they've run for their lives. We see a lot of police in the area trying to control the situation. From my vantage point here on the east side of Union Square, I don't see any smoke.
Okay.
But for a lot of people are just standing around trying to be safe because, as Milda Cruz said, the stores closed down, the subways are not running, the buses are not running here, so everyone is just sort of in a holding pattern where I am standing. I'm looking now at a dozen police officers in riot gear moving into the crowd over there. And there was another group. What was the name of it? It was Phantom? Phantom was up at 17th Street, and there was a group that was stampeding there because they had viewed Phantom. But there's still a loud roar of the crowd, and it's not quite clear. I turned to the younger people to explain what's going on. AJ, what do you see that's going on right now?
Right now, it's just people piling up around them and just doing dances and tricks and stuff and entertaining the stream, because they're also streaming this whole event on their Twitch, and it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's kind of unsafe.
Yeah, kind of really unsafe.
And people are standing on top of it. You know that circular Union Square subway station. People are on top of that. It's really a very tense, fluid situation, but we're staying back a little bit for fear.
We see what you were just talking about, McGee. We just got some new video in showing people on top of that Union Square station kind of roofing.
Yes. And, it's amazing how this got out of hand so quickly. And we're hearing a lot from the crowd, from the thousands that are still in the southern end of Union Square, but it's unclear why they're still standing there right now.
Yeah, well.
Because as I keep asking people, did you see Kai? There's stomping on cars. Stomping on cars,
Oh,
I'm
no.
being told.
Wow.
They're stomping on cars. That's the situation right here. And there's a loud roar. I don't know what video you're looking at, but
Yeah, we're actually looking at the Union Square subway stop there, where they're up on the roof. We're right outside of Sephora, the Sephora store at the southern end. Like they've got
and
boards
people are
and
hanging
water
off of the
and
street signs.
yeah. Wow, what a mess. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
It's because yeah, and we see the riot gear too,
Yeah.
because everyone obviously is streaming because they've got their phones up in the air. McGee, let us know. We'll just keep checking back with you, because I don't know if you've heard of any injuries or if there's a way of finding that out just yet. But we do see the NYPD lined up there trying to disperse those crowds.
Yes, and if there have been arrests, I've been told, and I'm hearing from a lot of the younger people here, they're being told, don't go up to 17th Street because that's where they're arresting people. I do see, I'm just walking a little more into the crowd now, and I see people on top of a taxi cab that's moving as they're taking pictures of the crowd.
Yeah, so actually we're looking at Union Square West and Broadway right now, live pictures of that, and we can see the crowds on both sides of the street there.
Yeah, you see those people on the top of the taxi cab, right?
We see them around a taxi cab right now. So,
and
then
if we
pull
top
out
of a taxi cab going into the intersection at
What a
Broadway and
mess.
14th Street.
What a real mess. I feel like I don't want to say goodbye to you quite yet,
Right.
McGee, because we've got this live picture up here. So let me just tell you what we're looking at. We're looking along Park Avenue there, and I feel like it's East 17th. I'm not 100% sure, but we're looking up the street at the intersection. Oh, there's a kid like on the back of a truck, of a white truck. So that's kind of the area we're looking at, McGee.
McGee, from your vantage point, are you able to see if police are able to get a handle on things? Because we see people just milling around, just walking around. It's a large crowd.
Yeah, I mean, I moved a block into the crowd just to give you a better sense of it. And, I see older people walking around. It's a combination of like a mosh pit and a stampede. And then there's another part where people are just going about their lives in New York City. So it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Now I'm right at Union Square East 14th and Broadway. Whoa! Whoa! Everyone's turning around and running.
All right. Well, McGee, you guys need to be safe out there. So can you get to somewhere safe?
See if the police. Wait, I'm going to get out of this crowd.
Yeah, we want you to stay safe before anything else, please, you and your crews.
Yes, I'm going to move out of this crowd.
Do you want to hang up so you can get somewhere?
I don't know what causes everyone to run away.
Well, I can tell you from that video we were seeing what looked like smoke. I don't know what that was. Maybe it was water, but it looked like smoke.
Say again. I'm sorry.
I was saying from that video, it looked like smoke. It could have been water, but it looked like smoke. Are you guys in a safe location, McGee?
Right. I'm standing right by. I'm on 14th Street, and more police officers coming in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we see the police cars coming through right now.
Right.
So you're on 14th.
I'm going in the other direction, so I'm not in the middle. That was a really scary moment for me. All of a sudden, the crowd that I was walking, where I'm seeing their back, and then all of a sudden they turn around and start running north.
Wow.
And that was when it was a little frightening for me, because I wasn't sure what they were running from.
Well, I don't know, but I want you guys to make sure you're safe first and foremost. So we were looking at 17th Street, McGee, so we're a little bit north of you. But regardless, we see the crowds and we see the chaos and the unruliness. And
yes, and I just don't know, how does something like this get so out of hand?
Everyone's trying to get some pictures. That's what's happening,
right?
And get some attention.
But did police know there was this video game giveaway? And did they have any idea of how large a crowd would show up?
Yeah, probably. I can't imagine this was a planned. Doesn't look like this was a planned event.
Right, and
that's for sure.
No, it was actually. It was a planned event. That's why the woman I interviewed, she brought her two children down from Washington Heights. Because it was a planned event.
No, but I'm wondering if it was.
Back. I'm here back with Nilda Cruz and her family. And they said, I made it back. I just did a circle around. But this was a planned event. How long have you known about this? Yeah, they heard about it yesterday.
Okay.
They announced it on Tuesday.
Okay.
And that's when, there had to be enough time for people to get here. bottles are being thrown right now, I'm being told.
All right.
And
well,
the people I'm with in Washington Heights, Milda Cruz and her family, they can't go anywhere because the trains have been shut down. But we're here in a safe place.
yeah.
But
All right.
bottles are being thrown like half a block away.
I